nuts. I want you to hold on to your butts here, because it might get blown off. We're in for a wild race. Wild race. The Precision Racing League never disappoints. Murph is going for the Aussies. He's going for Team Mercedes, Dubsy, and El Majaco. El Majaco's in a good spot, starting 4th on mediums. Everybody else is on softs, other than Mebby, starting 5th. Mebby's got 4 wins on the season. Forza Alonso's got 4 wins on the season. Remember, Dubsy, points leader, starting P10. And then it's El Majaco, 24 points back. 36 points back is Forza Alonso and Nick Dahi. Nick Dahi's starting 6th. Don't count him out. He didn't have a great qualifying effort, or the qualifying effort he would have wanted, but he's still there. Anything can happen in the Precision Racing League. We see 3 wide, last corner passes for the win. Aaron has a shot, just like Excise says. Hold on to your butts. That's all I'm saying. Here we go. Here come the lights. And they're off. Round 15 underway. We're watching the race. Oh, this is a good shot. Look at him. Forza Alonso gets the lead. McSindit is in the slipstream. He's going to go to the outside. Going to be tough to hold this, but it would give him preferred line into the next corner. Not going to happen. Aaron Webb 3rd. Look at Nick Dahi try. Oh, my God! Upside down Dubsy! That was Dubsy! What happened? Clearly some latency issues. My God, Dubsy was flying through the air. Problems for the Ferrari there. Dubsy is 7th. Okay. Oh, now there's a big crash behind him. Big crash behind him. That is a Ferrari and Ditchwitch. The Ferrari is Zeusman, Ditchwitch. There was a multi-car crash there. Okay, tell me you guys all saw that. I'm not like... I didn't take any acid, but I saw Dubsy flying through the air. I saw Dubsy flying through the air. Thank God the points leader was not flying through the air and is actually in 7th. Okay, so we're going to reset here. Look, Dubsy's coming forward, though. Look at our man. Right there. He's in 7th. He's caught up to the rear wing of the Red Bull. Nick Dahi. Ooh, you see Dahi hanging it out there. Forza Alonso, quickest lap of the race. You expect that from the leader, of course. Lap 1. And get back out front. Looks like we've got some action there. Mebby's looking to make a move on... Who's he making a move on? What? Oh my God, we've got so much latency right now. Mebby made the move on Majaco. Those are the 2 guys on mediums right there. So Mebby was able to jump El Majaco and move himself into 4th in this race. We know Mebby is very quick on harder compound tires. He can make them act like a softer tire. And I don't know if you saw this, boys, but Forza Alonso's been jumped. The rookie McSindit is in the lead. I didn't see it, but he did it. Only lap 2, so DRS has not been enabled yet. Typically, that is a lap 3 thing. Look at him, Forza Alonso in the slipstream. He says, the hell with DRS. I'm going to get him back right here to the inside. No, he's going to wait at least one more corner here. We're watching the race for the lead. McSindit, the rookie, taking it to the all-time wins leader in PRL competition. But Forza Alonso is right there. This is a big slipstream track, too. What's up, Crasher? And PW Ryan, how's it going? Okay, Dubsy is on holiday on the Gold Coast, not using his usual setup. That might explain some of the qualifying issues we saw. He's got around Nick Dahi, though. He has passed Nick Dahi and has moved his way into 6th. So even though he's not racing in his own home, he's doing quite well so far. Hoodius said Sassafras took his wing off in turn 2. Hoodius, of course, is famous for typing in the chat even though he's racing. Always good for that. Sure he's got... Oh, there's Pork Chops out of the session. Not sure what happened there. I'm sure he will be in the chat momentarily to tell us what's up. But right now we are watching the race for the lead. You can see Aaron hanging tough up there. Mebby is trying to catch up to this front three. He's on mediums. These guys are going to have to pit here soon. They're on lap 3 right now, which means DRS is enabled. So watch for that second place car to make a move here. Only the slipstream down through here. But like we were talking, 6 to 8 laps on the softs. These guys are all on softs except for the 4th and 5th place car of Mebby and El Majacco. And actually it looks like Majacco is losing ground to Mebby pretty quickly. I want to stay with these guys through the first straightaway because we want to see how much DRS affects him here. McSendit in the lead. He's got a decent lead. Here comes Forza Alonso with DRS. He just run the fastest lap of the race. He's got the slipstream and DRS. Look at him eat him up down that straightaway. Closing the gap. There is one more DRS zone on this track. Now that he's close, we got to see if he can stay with him through this section. He's got to stay with him through this section and use that DRS to his advantage. Aaron Webb losing some of that ground to his teammate Forza Alonso. McSendit trying to hold him off. I believe this is the first race for McSendit. I don't know if he's a fill-in driver or if he is a full-time driver now. But clearly doing very, very well in his PRL debut. We've seen plenty of guys join this league. I mean, the excitement is there. Here he comes looking to the inside, now looking to the outside. He's going to wait. He's got that wheel tucked in there. Maybe a little aggressive there. Could have had some contact. But like I said, we've seen a lot of guys watch the broadcast. Of course, we have such great racing. You watch the broadcast, they're like, I want to race with those guys. So they do. You know, Mitch Mann, who I don't think is racing tonight, but that's something that he did. McSendit, if I'm not mistaken, Evoking Vapors. I mean, there's just, everybody wants to get involved. We got to move right here. Watch this. DRS enabled. Forza Alonso to the outside. He's got the lead, but can McSendit hold it? No. Change for the lead. Lap 5. Forza Alonso out front. I want to stay with the leaders, but if you saw there in the background, Aaron Webb under fire from Mebby for third. Mebby on the medium compound tires. Everybody else up here on softs. They're probably going to have to pit within a lap. 1 to 2 laps, we're going to see these guys pit, and Mebby is going to inherit the lead in this race. Mebby and El Majacco, the only 2 guys that have a possible one-stopper in this race right now.
What an unexpected pleasure.
Tom 19193, thanks for the follow, my friend. McSendit's got DRS enabled now. We got a terrible view here. I can't control the cameras, so we can't see, but he was not able to make anything happen there. Welcome to the Night's Watch, Tom. Appreciate you stopping in. We've had a lot of new followers tonight. Remember, we have a sound effects button. I just posted it in chat there. That's all the sound effects. We got a bunch of movie quotes. Look! To the pits! It kind of held McSendit up. I don't think he expected him to go to the pits, but I don't know if it was latency or what. I want to go back here because we got a race for second now. Here comes Mebby to the inside. He's got DRS enabled. Aaron Webb doesn't have it. Should be no issue here for Mebby. Aaron's going to hang tough, but unable to hold that inside line for the next corner. So, move Mebby into second place. Out front, McSendit. I don't know if that was latency or what, but it looked like he was held up by the Haas as the Haas was coming in. Like I was saying, we got sound effects. We got Archer, Days of Thunder, Talladega Nights, Top Gun. Lots of sound effects and movie quotes there that you can use. Auto Boobs, yeah, dude. Fun as hell is an understatement. This is the best Formula One league in the world. Come at me, bro. This is the best Formula One league in the world. It's better than real Formula One by a long shot. Also, all of our new friends, check out the Discord, man. We have a really healthy Discord, a lot of friends. You want to make new friends? We've got over 50 people talking racing and sim racing every day. All the different games, Formula One, Project Cars, iRacing, NASCAR Heat Evolution. We cover it all. We got guys doing leagues. You can find a league in that Discord. Hit it up. You're going to have fun. McSendit into the pits now, relinquishing the lead to Mebby. Aaron Webb staying out. Look at Aaron Webb there. Making those softs last as long as he can. Dubsy has made his way around his teammate El Majacco. Looks like Majacco is catching back up now. Of course, those softs are going to be losing their speed. And Dubsy is going to give way to El Majacco, at least when they come in for the pits. But right now, Dubsy up to third. Am I going to give F1 a shot or sticking with Project Cars and iRacing? I'm not going to race Formula One in the Formula One League, but we are trying to figure out, because I do want to stick with Formula One and this league. I want to keep broadcasting as we go into the new game, F1 2017. And I will do some streams where we're actually racing Formula One. That's the plan right now. We're trying to figure out how to make that happen. Forza Alonso fan, thanks for the follow. Welcome to the Night's Watch. Clearly somebody loves the man. The all-time wins leader, Forza Alonso. We're watching the teammates battle here. Aaron Webb just in front of them. We're going to have to see a pit stop here soon. Going to have to. But we will be doing Project Cars. We will be doing iRacing. It's all right there. We will be doing a lot of stuff this fall. Big fall with a lot of good releases coming up. If you don't like Kyle Busch, you could fit in there because Clutchin is the only Kyle Busch fan. Well, I'm not a Kyle Busch fan, but I have a lot of respect for the guy as a race car driver. And I think that's most people's stance on Kyle Busch. NASCAR Heat 2, it's not looking good for me to have NASCAR Heat 2 at this moment. I have thought about requesting a review copy, but I don't know how that's going to work out, and we'll see.
What you got, Dad?
We're racing Formula One, buddy.
Why?
So we're watching Mebby out front, who is 5.4 seconds ahead of El Majacco. Brian Mosser is in third. He's the next car on mediums. Forza Alonso, fourth, 16 seconds back. He's now on mediums in this race. So maybe that means that Forza Alonso is going to... He's definitely doing a two-stopper. Soft, medium, soft is my thought process right now. We'll see. Aaron Webb in fifth. He's in front of McSendit, but McSendit's trying to make a move right now. Big dive down into this corner. Brake lock up, and he pushed him wide. Oh, the rookie pushing the series vet and series administrator off the race course. Not always the best idea in your first race. Aaron Webb has to give way to McSendit. McSendit up to fifth in this race now. Aggressive move. Can you not put your greasy fingers all over my steering wheel? Thank you. I appreciate that. Dubsy in seventh, ahead of Nick. Well, I was going to say Nick Dahi, but that is K-Dog. K-Dog there on the medium tires, who is right behind Dubsy in eighth. HSVDT in ninth. Cooper Sonic in 10th. Ditch Witch, 11th. Nick Dahi, 12th. So big problems for Nick Dahi. He was way higher than that. Sassafras in 13th. J-Rod in 14th. Bubba in 15th, going off track. Felt really good about his chances. He's on hard compound tires. Not looking great for Bubba right now. Zeusman dives to his inside. Actually, that was Gordow passing Bubba. Here's Zeusman evoking Vapors in 18th. Hoodius in 19th, who had contact on lap 1. Porkchops in 20th, who has disconnected from this race. His car will continue in ghosted format. And we're back to our leader, Mebby, P1. El Majacco now 6 seconds back. Brian Mosser still out there, but we're watching Forza Alonso, who is currently closing the gap to our race leader, but not at a high rate, let's say. Ian can't go without NASCAR. Well, they would definitely like me to have it. Autoboob says, yeah, it can't be that good. Well, we know that it's going to be very, very similar to NASCAR Heat. It is the exact same game. They did not make a new game. They did not make new physics. They did not make new a game engine, nothing. It is the same game that they are updating with a lot of new features for online. They are putting the Xfinity cars and the trucks in there. Forza Alonso now going into third. Brian Mosser with a little off Oh, yeah, referring to the rookie running the league admin off the track. Yeah, that's not exactly what you want to do race 1. Because you're probably going to get yelled at in the chat. Probably going to happen. But Forza Alonso trying to make his way back forward in this race. Looks like, oh, check this out. We got a race again. McSindit ran him off course. Aaron Webb's trying to get him back. Even the same servers? That's a good question. It doesn't have to be the same servers. They could have updated the servers, but we've not heard anything about that. My question is, do they consider the servers a problem? Because everything we heard from them, all of our league friends would send tweets to our good friend Sean Wilson, who is a creative director or something for NASCAR Heat. They would send him messages and said, dude, we had like 6 disconnects last night. What's going on with the servers? And he'd say, I'd check with my people, which is good on him. He at least tries. And he'd check with his people and say, well, we didn't see anything wrong. That's the problem, okay? If you've got mass disconnects in races like that and you don't see a problem on your side, that's a problem. But they believe it's not a problem, or maybe they do believe that now, but they need to fix that. They've got to fix that. No way around it. So we're watching McSindit here. Aaron had to drop back a little bit, who is now falling into the clutches of Dubsy. Dubsy, of course, trying to work his way forward. Ryan said he is on holidays on the Gold Coast. So he is not in his home. He is not using his normal setup. Probably racing on a controller. I mean, might be a controller racer anyway. But Dubsy clearly out of his comfort zone, but doing pretty well under those circumstances. Dubsy, of course, is our points leader. He needs to have good finish here. Now, we talked about the tire report. Let's reiterate here. 7 to 8 laps is all your soft tires will go. Excuse me. 12 to 14 laps is what you'll get out of mediums. And 18 to 20 laps is what you'll get out of hards. Now, we know we had our guys up front, Mebby and El Majaco, start on mediums. It is now lap 12. They had to start on the tires they qualified on, which means they have at least one green flag lap on those tires. So that means they're basically on lap 13 for those tires. Okay, that's one of the Toro Rossos getting out of the way. I thought maybe there was a driver with a problem. So they've got 13 laps on these tires. That means we're going to see pit stops very, very soon. So Forza Alonso is 14 seconds back. I believe that is under the pit delta. Definitely under the delta to second place with El Majaco, who is 9 seconds back from the leader. So Forza Alonso is only 5 seconds back from him. He will leapfrog Majaco when Majaco pits. Will he leapfrog Mebby? That's the question. You see Mebby a little loose off of that corner. Comfortable lead right now, but he's got to extend that lead so that he comes out in front of Forza Alonso. But Forza Alonso has another stop as well. So we got to remember that this is a tire strategy game, man. And these boys are playing it. Possibly somebody's going to play it to perfection. But everybody wants to come out the winner. Only one man can. Only one man can. Wait, some of these guys are racing with a controller? Yeah. Actually, about half the field is on controller. We've got some really, really fast controller racers. There's a guy not in here right now, Mac Attack, who races in the Project Cars League. He won the championship on controller. There's a lot of really fast controller drivers. So we're watching Mebby. We want to see when he heads for pit road. Saw that rear end slide out from under him. He's using those tires as much as he can. He's got to hit pit road soon. I think it might be this lap. Wish the OSW setup worked on Xbox or PS4. That'd be nice. But Sony and Microsoft always want to make their damn money. You know, you're like, oh, it has to be Sony branded or Xbox branded or we won't allow it. It's all USB. It could all work. They make it not work. So our leader, Mebby, is in. We're going to follow him. He's going on hards. One stopper for Mebby. There is El Majacco behind him. El Majacco going on hards. They're both doing one stoppers, but where are they going to come out? He's in second already. Okay, here we go. Forza Alonso, your race leader. He's going up the hill. Mebby in second. Going to try to close that gap. McSindit now is in third. Aaron Webb fourth. And Dubsy fifth. That means that El Majacco came out seventh. That's tough for him. Now he's on the hard tires. And he's got pressure from behind. That's Cooper Sonic behind him, who is quick. And on mediums, he's got to make sure he doesn't get held up here, because he will continue to lose time to the race leaders. So, the next question. When will Forza Alonso pit? I believe it was, what, lap 6 when he hit pit lane first? 6 or 7? We know that you can get about 13, 14 laps out of these tires. So we should see him in about 5 or 6 more laps. Didn't realize controller was as competitive as a wheel. I think in Project Cars it's typically not. My boy Mac is a savant, really. He does great. But there is some debate that Formula 1 can be easier on controller. But, you know, either way, you have to be skilled with it. You have to. Old Logitech Momo wheel works for PS3 on Gran Turismo, yeah. I am actually, I got the Thrustmaster T150. Some here in the near future, I would actually like to move to a Fanatec. Fanatic, I think is how you're supposed to pronounce it. It's spelled Fanatec. But I want to move to a Fanatic, and that might be just for PC. I might use this for PS4 and use the Fanatic for PC. But they do have a PS4 wheel now. You could go for that as well. That would work for both. But I think that's my next step. I was going to go for the Thrustmaster T300, but I think I'm going to hop that one and move to the next level when I go next. 7 seconds back is Mebby. 7.4. I want to follow him for a little bit. Let's see if he is catching the leader on those hard tires. I don't think our race leader can go on softs on this next stop. I think Forza Alonso is going to have to go on another set of mediums. Because we said that it's going to be looking at a pit stop around lap 20. Softs won't last 13 laps. I think he's going to have to go on another set of mediums. That's going to be interesting. Mebby is actually closing the gap slowly to the race leader on hards. Be careful, they like to brake. Uh-oh. So the Fanatic is not as perfect as they like to make him seem. Like to set up a cockpit, hard to justify the space. I understand that, yeah. I've thought about building my own, actually. I'm a decent welder. I don't know about how I would be with tube bending, but I've thought about building one. Dre, one of my subscribers, his is made out of wood. He's got a nice little setup. But that's coming. I'm going to eventually do that. Of course, you can buy some $300, $400, $500 as well, but it's a lot of money. We'll have to see how that goes. But that's coming eventually. 6.6. He's catching him. Mebby is catching him, and he can go all the way. Bunch of ideas on YouTube. 8,200 for building a rig. Check into that. 40K? Oh, you're talking about like the moving simulator with shocks and everything on it, aren't you? Full VR, okay. There's McSindit. Was able to get DRS from his teammate Hoodius there. That's good. Aaron Webb running 4th. Dubsy is up to 5th. He's got another stop, I think. He was a soft medium guy. Yeah, he's got another stop. HSVDT and our boy El Majacco has been unable to get around any of these guys. Aluminum extrusion system. Okay. Okay. Aluminum. I don't know. I don't know if we have an aluminum welder at work. I'd have to figure that out. Actually, we do. Yeah, we do. One bedroom apartment. Yeah, that is really hard to justify the space. Really hard. So Majako, even though he's not really losing time to the leader, he's not quick enough to get around HSVDT, who's in front of him, or get away from Coopersonic, who's behind him. We are basically halfway through this race. Not basically, we are halfway through the race. No welding needed for the aluminum extrusion. I'm going to have to look into it. Watching here, these guys, there's going to be more pit stops coming. You can see my car glitched out over there. Problems for Gordow. Gordow out of the session. Gordow's had a rough season, man. Not a lot of luck for our man Gordow. So, El Majako making him safety car. Oh, that changes everything. Wow, Forza Alonso, did he know it was coming? Forza Alonso hit pit lane as the safety car come out. He's running 7th. What's up, Steve? Thanks for dropping in, man. The DRS thing I was talking about. DRS is drag reduction system. It's a system that is in the rear wing. If you look on the rear wing, you can see a line through it. You can see right under Haas Automation on the back, and you see a black line through Haas right there on the rear wing. There are 2 DRS spots on the racetrack. There's an activation zone where you cross it. If you are within a second of the car in front of you, that activates DRS. And then you, right here actually, you see there's signs that say DRS. This is one of the DRS zones. So after you hit that activation system, if you are 1 second behind the car in front of you, that allows you to open your rear wing through that section. And that cuts a lot of drag off. It gives you a lot of straightaway speed. Oh my god, contact under yellow. Not good. And that makes you go a lot faster down the straightaway. And then once you hit the brakes going into the next corner, it closes and you get your downforce back. Yeah, Two Wolf. I need one of my... I can't remember. See if this works. If that works for you, you might be able to post a link. I saw it. I don't know if anybody else saw it. Do-it-yourself rig plate kits. That's not too bad. Of course, I got to upgrade to the triple monitors, too. I'll have to check this out here in a little bit. Doesn't IndyCar have something like a temporary boost? Yeah, they use push to pass. Push to pass. Okay, it was blocked, but I saw it at least. I can see it. So, I could post it if you guys would like to see it. So, okay, so Forza Alonso in second. We're still under safety car. Why is he in second? Did everybody else pit? Mebby pitted. No, Mebby did not pit. He's still on hards. Forza Alonso on hards. Good to go to the finish. Brian Mosser third on hards. Good to go to the finish. Cooper Sonic good to go to the finish. McSended on hards. Nick Dahi. What happened here? What happened to Dubsy and El Majako? Dubsy's on mediums. Majako was good to go to the finish. Yeah, we saw that, Gordow. That's unfortunate, man. El Majako was good to go to the finish. Something had to have happened. I'm confused on that one. That's tough, because now he's 11th. Okay, we were talking here. Let's finish our conversation. Push to pass is a turbo boost. It gives them 50 extra horsepower, and they get a certain amount of time they can use it on the road course races. Doesn't work on ovals. They don't have it for ovals. But it'll give them a 50 horsepower boost. As they push the button, their timer goes. They only get like 2 minutes a race. So that's how they use it. DRS you can use every single lap, but it only becomes active 3 laps after the start of the race or after safety car periods. So 3 laps after we get going here, DRS will become enabled, and I'll show you. But that's the wing flap is what DRS is. You'll see them open up. Those guys will have a lot more straightaway speed. Makes a big difference. Steve picked up the Oculus. You've been using it on iRacing? What's the appeal of oval racing versus this sort of track? Oval racing is an American thing. Typically, oval racing you'll have anywhere from half miles to 2.5 miles. The corners will be banked, and the appeal is a little closer racing, side-by-side racing, pack racing. It's a competition. It's like a battle between the drivers. It's very close. You can have some really exciting passes, things like that. You get the same thing with road course racing, but not nearly as often. The passing is much harder. It's more of a race, driver against the track, driver against the clock, trying to go faster, trying to knock some time off of their stopwatch, and that's more or less what it's about. You don't really get side-by-side racing in road courses, but we do in this league, of course. That's why it's a fantastic league. But that's really the difference between ovals and road courses. I prefer ovals because, that's kind of where I come from. In my driving career, I was a short dirt oval guy, and for me, it was always the competition between the guy next to me. I had a lot of friends that I raced with, and it was always a competition to beat them. I had a lot of respect for their talent, and when I was able to beat them in that friendly rivalry, it made me feel good. When we're running side by side, not banging wheels off of each other, not driving each other dirty, it was a real rush to be able to try to battle them, rather than battling the racetrack and the time clock. That's what it's about for me. Racing is not about speed for me. Racing is about competition with the guys around me, respect with the guys around me. Ooh, you got a good one there, Steve. I don't know if my computer has enough power to run an Oculus. I'm not totally sure. Dubsy might do something here with the fresh tires. Safety car has helped. There's no doubt about that, Ryan. So, the lights on the safety car are out. We're going to go back to green right here. You can see there's a big gap between Mebby and Forza Alonso. There's a lot of cars right there that Forza Alonso has to navigate himself around. This is a huge advantage for Mebby. Wow, Mebby brought him down really slow. He brought him down really slow for that restart. That might have hurt him because I saw Forza Alonso making passes there. Let's see what happens once we get off of this really crappy camera. You can see Forza Alonso back there. He's already got around them all. He passed them all. Down the main straight, Forza Alonso was able to pass all of the lap traffic. Look behind you as well, Cooper Sonic. He's in third, and like Ryan said, Dubsy on fresh tires, running fourth. All of a sudden, that rough qualifying session washed away, and Dubsy is a contender. The drivers in front of him are on hards, and Dubsy is on mediums. That's a softer compound tire, and he will be able to run faster laps because of it. What CPU and GPU do I have? I have an i5 7400, 3 gigahertz, and I have a GTX 1050. It's not a TI, it's a 1050. Oh my goodness, there was contact back there. It was Brian Mosser going off. He had contact with El Majaco. It's a 2 gigabyte 1050 as well. McSendit not having the race he wanted now. He's back to 12th. So let's make a run through the field. Mebby out front on hards. Forza Alonso 2 seconds back. Cooper Sonic having an excellent race. He's in 3rd. Dubsy from 10th up to 4th on mediums. A real player in this race and still a points leader. HSVDT in 5th. El Majacco now running 6th. He's under fire from Aaron Webb in 7th. Zeusman in 8th. K-Dog Honda in 9th. J-Rod in 10th, making a move there. We got Brian Mosser in 11th. McSendit, 12th. More contact for McSendit. That was a Renault going off track. 13th for Ditch Witch. Nick Dahi in the pits. He's going to go on mediums. Hoodius in 15th. Sassafras in 16th. Bubba, who is the one who made contact with McSendit, is 17th. Pork Chops is 18th. 19th is Evoking Vapors. And that brings us back to our race leader. Enjoy doing open track days at Lime Rock, but prefer oval on games. Yeah, I would imagine that would be fun. I've never done a test day like that on a road course. Never run road courses other than karts. You know, basically rental karts, fast times, things like that. But ovals is where I grew up. I started in dirt modifieds, went to dirt late models, made the move to open wheels. I ran TQs, 600s, and then USAC midgets. What, buddy?
Daddy just took the phone.
He took the phone?
Yes.
Tell Mom, okay? Tell Mom.
I can't.
You can't. Where's Mom?
He's right there.
So the gap is basically stabilized from 2nd to 1st. 2.2 seconds back. Cooper Sonics is hanging in right there as well. Minimum 1070
What an
for...
unexpected pleasure.
I'm going to say GUI CSS. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate that. Probably butchered your name, but I appreciate you being here. Welcome to the Night's Watch. He's taking the black. So that's what you need for the Oculus. And a 980 Ti equals a 1070 regular. Okay. See, I didn't understand what the TIs meant. Maybe I should have went for a little better card than I had. But I got the 1050 for $100. I thought it was a pretty good deal. Saving for the 1080 Ti now. Grew up at oval tracks, Lakeside, Riverside, I-70. All right. Yeah, I'm right on the Indiana-Ohio border. Eldora Speedway is basically my hometown track now. Every Friday night, I am the track announcer at Route 44 Speedway. Lawrenceburg, Gas City. I mean, there's all kinds of wonderful racetracks right in my area. Sprint Car Heaven, which is the racing that I prefer. Assetto Corsa and Race Room is where you're hanging out right now. So Forza Alonso has been able to cut 4 tenths off of the race leader. Cooper Sonic is right there. Dubsy not been able to do much with those medium tires. El Majacco is actually the guy on the move. He's catching Dubsy. Majacco trying to catch the points leader, make up some points in this race. The immersion is crazy. I don't doubt it. Yeah, I definitely want to try it too, Auto Boobs. It sounds like a lot of fun. So we're trying to keep up with what's going on here. Everybody's good to go to the finish. But we've got, here's fastest lap of the race from Forza Alonso. But he is still, there's El Majacco going to lower it. So Forza Alonso there 2 seconds back. Cooper Sonic is a little farther back. Here, let's watch this. Here's El Majacco. We wanted to demonstrate the DRS. VR makes me sick. That's unfortunate, and that's something that you really got to look for, because it just doesn't work for some people. You know, triple monitors is just as good. I don't want to say that. I don't know for sure, but you would think it's just as good for immersion. Now watch. We're going to pass a DRS detection zone. should be a white line right up here, the Rolex. You see the Rolex sign? There's your white line. That was the DRS detection zone. El Majaco was within 1 second. Now watch. Boom. DRS zone. Rear wing is open. He's got a huge draft on him. Unable to do anything. Right there. Another safety car. That was a perfect example of DRS. But now the race has changed once again. I don't know what happened. You give that to Mom? You want the water bottle? You can have that if you want.
No, I want a boy and
Watch your head.
and
I don't know what happened. I'm going to have to check the race.
I want to water in the pail.
Let's see here.
Now.
Oh, wait. No, I'm over here. Race director. We'll go to incidents. A lot of incidents in this race. Speeding under safety car. Drive through. Drive through. That's unfortunate. McSended. Hey.
I want you to put it in this.
I don't really see anything that was the reason why the safety car come out. Based on distance behind the car in front of him, time behind the car in front of him. He's got to be within 1 second. That's what allows him to engage it. He's got to be within 1 second. And it does not activate automatically. He has to hit a button. Right. If he's farther than a second back to the car in front of him, you cannot use it. Don't tell me that Forza Alonso hit pit lane. Button won't work. Button won't work. In real life, I think the button would work, but it's not allowed. On this game, the button won't work. So, Forza Alonso pitted from second. He pitted for soft tires. He wants the speed of the softer tires. I don't know if that's the best move he could have made. I mean, he's been able to pass people. You got DRS, but you're not going to have many laps with DRS because you're going to have to wait 3 laps for it to be enabled. But he likes his chances on soft tires from 6th place in this race. Somebody else hit pit lane, the Red Bull. I think that was K-Dog. I lost him. Yeah, K-Dog hit pit lane from 3rd or 4th. I imagine K-Dog doesn't want to do anything crazy up there with those guys. And he saw what Alonso did. He's going to do that. Electronically controlled, so in real life, race control can disable it. Okay, well, that's good. I do not follow Formula 1 as close as I used to, that's for sure. It not my cup of tea at the moment. It's not close enough, not competitive enough. Though, from what I hear, this year has been better. Just watching who wins between the 2 Mercedes guys was not appealing to me. He'll have telemetry on his. He'll have telemetry on his dash. Let me see if I can show you here. There you go. Look right there. So the steering wheel is also a digital dash. Let me help you with that. Can I help you with that? You are going to spill it on my computer, and we're going to have serious problems. Okay? Let me help you. All right. Okay. Do it over there. That's fine. So as you can see, and we're not seeing exactly what Mebby is seeing because the digital dashes just show the reverse right now. But there's multiple configurations that you can have on the steering wheel. You can see plus 26 is... You would probably have a plus or minus to the car in front of you, so you would know when you're within that 1 second. Only reason you follow is because of Haas. Yeah, we got the American representation now, which is good. I've not watched Haas at all because I've not been around for years. Here you go. But actually, in real life, these steering wheels are worth about $30,000 to $40,000, maybe in upwards of 60 grand. That's how much the steering wheel for one of these costs. Look at the buttons. So here's his pit speed limiter. He's got a push to talk to radio button, ACC. I don't know what that is. The wing. There's the wing button. That's his DRS right there. LDIF, dash. So he's got a toggle switch to toggle through his various dash settings. That's all driver preference. You can adjust to see what you want on that dash. Look at these numbers up here. 2, 3, 4. That is an adjustment. It says axle. That somehow adjusts the axle so he can make adjustments in the middle of a race. There's another adjustment over here. I think it says entry. Entry, so that's another adjustment. Mid, torque. That might be corner adjustments. Entrance of the corner, middle of the corner. It does something on the car to where if he's not liking how the car enters or it runs through the center of the corner, he can change it. Torque. He can adjust his torque on the fly. There's a tire setting. I don't really know what that would do. You can also change your fuel mixtures. You can see the knob there for fuel mixture. He's got one in the middle that looks to be a lot of different settings for the dash. ODIF, ACS, RS. There's a lot of options. That's why those are worth like 30 to 60 grand. You ever see, you'd see drivers get frustrated when they crash and throw the wheel. You don't see that anymore. That does not happen. You get in a lot of trouble. If it can be adjusted, they can adjust it. And it's very important. That's the difference between winning and losing right there. Adjusting on the fly. So last time he brought him down real slow. What's he going to do now? The guys are right on him. Maybe didn't have a great start. Cooper Sonic's got to run for the lead. The Renault. Oh, wow. Maybe somehow able to pull ahead there. You can see behind him. Dubsy. So he dove in. Problems. He hit Cooper Sonic. They were 3 wide going into that corner. We were unable to watch it. Mebby in the race lead. Dubsy was battling with his teammate and dove in. I don't know if he thought that Cooper Sonic didn't get down in that corner quick enough, or maybe he just didn't get under the braking zone or exactly how he needed to. Right now we're looking at El Majaco in 4th. Dubsy is in 3rd. Side by side behind them is Forza Alonso on his soft tires. A little bit of a latency issue there with one of the McLarens. Is that Brian Mosser who's running around? That's causing all kinds of problems for Forza Alonso right now. He's not been able to pass anybody yet. He took the gamble to pit. And that's the first pass he's made. He's got to go quick. There's not much left in this race. He pit from 2nd. Yeah, I got to get excited. You know me. Imdaka Shuddin, thank you for the follow, my friend. Welcome to the Night's Watch. Big night for us. We've gone over 500 followers. Appreciate each and every one of you. Glad you're hanging out here. So, Forza Alonso's trying to hold off Brian Mosser. El Majaco trying to make a move on his teammate. This is a race for points. El Majaco 2nd in points. Dubsy is 1st. Very important when it comes to the season championship. Ooh, Majaco with a good move. He's got the preferred line. They're going to touch! Contact between the teammates. Oh, you don't want to see that. You want teammates to play it clean. And now Majaco has lost multiple positions from that contact with his teammates, and he's made contact again. It's made it worse. He was frustrated. He tried to dive into the inside of Brian Mosser. We saw Mosser was having a little bit of connection issues. And Dubsy spun! Dubsy spun! No way! Oh my God, I can't find him. Oh, this has big championship implications now. Dubsy spun off of that corner. He's back to 11th. The points leader. Now out of the points in Spain. Can you believe this?
I can see him.
2 laps left in this race. Right now, Dubsy is not in the points. Ahead of him is Mosser. We saw that he had latency issues. Now, the only thing he's got going for him is that El Majaco's in 9th. That's the 2nd place car in the championship. Majaco's trying to get around Aaron Webb. McSendit up in 7th. Still a good run for his rookie outing.
Why?
J-Rod having a fantastic run in that manner. Zeusman with a good run in 5th. Ditch Switch disqualified from the session. That's weird. HSVDT up there in 4th. Forza Alonso with his move to softs is back up to 3rd. I don't think that move worked out for him the way he wanted it to, but if he can get back to 2nd, that means it didn't cost him anything. And this will be big in the championship because he's tied for 3rd, and Dubsy is way back. DRS should be enabled. If he's within a second of Cooper Sonic, he'll have it coming up the hill. There's the detection zone. We gotta see. He's got it. So, he's within 1 second of Cooper Sonic. That's going to give him DRS down the front stretch, which will be huge. He's got to get back to 2nd to make that... Is it raining? It's raining. There is a light rain that has fallen on this race course. And it's getting harder. It's not so light anymore. This is going to wreak havoc on the final lap of this race. Here he comes, Forza Alonso. He's got the slipstream. He's got DRS. They're in the rain on slicks. And he's trying to get around Cooper Sonic. He's going to hold the outside and make that move. He's back to 2nd. How far back is he from the race leader? It's showing 1.5 seconds. I don't know. Mebby is on hard tires. Old hard tires. But he's got a lead on Forza Alonso. What will the rain do? The rain is the question. It's getting harder. Can this come down to the finish? Round 15 of Season 8. We are watching the top 2. Forza Alonso is catching the race leader. He's 1.2 seconds back right now. Can he get in DRS range before this next run? I think he's in range. Watch him right here. That was the DRS zone. He's not in range. Dubsy's left the session. Dubsy's out. Dubsy's out of the race. The points leader. This is huge in the championship. Forza Alonso's trying to catch the leader, but even finishing 2nd, he's going to cut the points lead in half.
Unexpected pleasure.
Muhammad Ayman, thanks for the follow, my friend. We are watching the end of this race. Round 15. Mebby's got 2 corners left, and he's looking at win number 5 on the season. Coming off the final corner, Mebby is going to do it, winning in Spain. 2nd place goes to Forza Alonso. Huge day in the points for him. Huge day in the points for Mebby, because he's going to leapfrog Forza Alonso. He's only 37 points back. 25 points goes in the bank. Oh my goodness. What a finish. Where did the rain come from? What just happened? Oh my gosh, Dubsy's data ran out on his phone. He was on a mobile hotspot and his data run out. So he DC'd from the race. Unbelievable. I don't know where Majako finished. Okay, as this race finishes here, let me give you a rundown of where we were at in the point standings. Okay? Okay, well, here's the race. Mebby winning. Forza Alonso 2nd. Cooper Sonic 3rd. Zeusman, McSendit, J-Rod, HSVDT, El Majako finishing 8th. So he's going to score a few points, but not many. Brian Mosser in 9th, and Nick Dahi rounding out your top 10. Dubsy, who was disconnected, ending up 11th out of the points. 0 points scored for Dubsy. I saw HSV